perfect.
The only ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that important, it's probably so...
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system. All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Huh? Then why did you say we were the only ones?
I came across this commission while reviewing our backlog. It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all ended in failure. With the reputation of the adventurers...
Well, that's us for sure.
If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the...
Okay, so who...
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara Village. They say one of their own villagers has gone missing, but the problem is, they don't know the missing person's name.
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name? If so many
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission. Besides, putting up a in any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara Village and ask around first.
All right then, let's go! I'm starting... We made it to Vimara Village! Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy?
Hello there. You look...
Oh, no, we're adventurers.
Ah, so you're here about that, then. You're not... To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. Many adventurers have made their way out here, confident they'd be able to help us, only to leave soon after with nothing to show for... We've pretty much had it up to here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been overturned in search of clues.
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name?
I don't know. I really have no clue.
Okay, guess you are really sick of answering questions.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound short with you. I was actually just giving you my answer to your questions. I know it may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise you, we all have a very strong impression of him. When you live in the same village as someone, you develop a lot of memories together, you know? We just don't know the specifics. Maybe we did at one point, but at least that's what everyone...
All right, specifics aside then, what...
Young guy, in his early 20s probably. Incredibly kind sort of I'd chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck for others on more than one...
Now that you've started talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you did before. Seems like he left a...
But of course, everyone in the village is pretty fond of him. There aren't many young people like him nowadays. So genuine and pure. To think that he just up and disappeared once...
Could he have just moved away without telling...
No, he's not the type to leave without saying goodbye. And anyway, moving on...
All right.
It's the guests I hear.
Hi, Grandpa Amadea.
Ah,
Could you tell us a bit about him?
of course. I'm happy to help with my failing eyesight. I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance. I don't think his parents are still living in the village. But somehow he never seemed lonely. In fact, he was usually the one offering companionship to... He would often take time to visit, and whenever someone... As the village chief, I owe him many thanks. Helping villagers navigate difficult...
Wow. He seems like such a nice and gentle person. No wonder his disappearance affected you all so much. But, you wouldn't happen to know any details about his name, address, or family situation, right?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I just can't remember. No matter...
It's okay. There's no need... Well, Traveler, what do you think? Paimon thinks so too. Like, the name thing. It's so weird that no one remembers his name. and nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived? Wait, so you're saying it's not that he's been erased, necessarily, but more like he never existed to begin with? Okay,
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right? You're here?
Yep, sure are.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vimara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you.
Yeah, no need to worry.
I'm not sure this counts as a...
Researching human physiology is...
Is this the place?
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much, but this place... We used to always sit together under this tree and talk. Sometimes I was actually adopted by the people of Vimara Village. The forest rangers found me in the wood. I was surrounded by such good people, and growing up in the village...
Alone?
How should I put it? When something's bothering you, everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might want to confide... Really? You know exactly how I feel?
Aww.
Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well... No matter what came my way, I knew I could always... He was so thoughtful and pure. And ever since he disappeared, there's been so much... No, none of those things matter.
Wow. You two must have been... Did he ever tell you anything?
He mostly just talked about interesting things Oh, right! I did ask him about his parents once. But all he said was, they're not here anymore. I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or passed away.
Still not...
Look at me. Talking your ear off. The last time come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk. Just like time always passed by really slowly.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. The Abyss Order. Could they be the ones behind all of this? Uh-oh, we've been spotted! Quick, get ready to
Let my name echo in song! Hey there! Watch out! A proper send-dive! From the Spinolith?
Quietly now.
Overruled! Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting monsters to show up. If you hadn't...
It was no trouble.
Now that I think about it, the hilly trolls around Vimara Village have been a lot more active lately. They seem agitated and would often attack anything in sight. Chief Amadea doesn't allow the...
Maybe the Abyss Order really isn't... Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vimara Village, just in case. Wait a second. The person... It's Dainslev!
Ah, it's you two.
Oh, a friend of yours? Well, I'll leave you all to it.
Yep, see you later! you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that? Is it your life's mission to jump?
It's hardly personal, or intentional for that matter. As long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order,
Ah, so you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then?
Naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the same purpose? No matter. The Abyss Order is most certainly planning something in this.
So you think the Abyss Order is behind the
As things stand,
Still, the hilichurl activity is causing a...
the best way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is truly planning. That is... And you shall have them. I never intended to hide anything from you. Don't worry. There should be ample time to talk. So that was the commission that brought you here. Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite intriguing. I would agree that it's unlikely you have a simple... It appears all we have by way of clues is...
Right! That mysterious voice she heard in her brother's memory. The one who called him...
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you? I sense hesitation in your words. After all, you still haven't figured out the whole truth of what happened. There's still hope for the sinner you wish to know about. His situation is different. He and his fellow sinners have long betrayed. His name is Vedrfolnir, the Visionary. I'm loath to admit it, but he is also my kin.
Your... brother?
There were 5 of them. The 5 sinners of Khaenri'ah. The wise Roptatyr. The visionary Vedrfolnir. Gold Rhine-daughter. The foul Sertologi. And Rehir of Solnari, Rerir. No matter how eroded my memory may become, I will never forget their names.
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhine-daughter is the one who created Albedo. Sertologi is Skirk's master. And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vedrfolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who inspired Clothar to create the Abyss Order was him.
They were once people of great esteem in Khaenri'ah. Those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their peers. 6 of us. Together. We should have been the ones to prevent it. Deep within, the 5 of them craved something more. They could not resist, so they became sinners, but also transcendent beings, each in possession of world-shattering power. And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Indeed, if they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will also betray the entire world. Of course. As I said...
So, Dane, what have you...
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation was launched. By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osial and make a god or something?
Indeed. However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical experiment. The eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped the experimental phase and found some other way to keep moving forward. There are many signs pointing...
Then what should we do?
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. From there, based on the intel I've...
The ley lines?
Traveler, you were able to observe your siblings' memories last time, yes? I believe my recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series of issues.
Wait! Then our commission here in Vimara Village. The person who seems to exist only in people's memories.
It's certainly possible. I'll join your investigation tomorrow.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try and... Oh, so tired. Well, let's go find Dane. Dane? Hello, Dane? Did something happen?
The missing person from your
Oh, young guy? Early 20s?
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that weren't there before. Memories.
Maybe...
No, it wasn't a dream. They're memories, and I'm certain I've never met this person before. I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order.
Indeed. And it appears he possesses the ability to...
Wait then. All the memories the villagers have of him. Could they... But why would he do something like...
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning, an important truth has been revealed.
What sort of truth?
That their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller. I am the only person who knows its location. Perhaps implanting that particular memory was an attempt to... Your concerns are not... However, considering their single-minded pursuit of the eye, I would see an equal level of caution. Come with me.
Oh, so you're going to...
Of course.
Everlasting as the moon!
So you hid it way out here? Not... Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
Hey, wait up!
Laid bare.
It appears the mechanisms here have changed over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door. Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
Shower me with praise! Things are about to get dicey. Busted!
Transfixed!
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism. Ah, the door's open. Let's go. Our destination is just up ahead.
Looks like we can't go any further.
Be on your guard.
It's the Abyss Order! They're here!
Overruled! Witness my rise! Laid bare!
Fire! Well, watch out! Yoo-hoo! Time to shine!
Game's up. Time's over.
Overruled!
Just as I suspected. The false memories were a trap. The Abyss Order just wanted to follow us here. Now that they're in the vicinity, we should have a chance.
Dane? What's wrong?
Can you feel that? There's been a disturbance in the...
Wow, you must be really sensitive.
You too. Do as I say. Use that mechanism over there and leave this place. The Abyss Order is putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara Village, I suspect you might finally have the opportunity to locate... Just think of it as a way to divide... I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
You risked your safety, and that of the Eye. That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that
So you came here all on your own?
when the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I know you must have a lot to say, but if it's a conversation you want,
The Abyss Order's on the move. The ley lines are all out of whack. We better hurry back to Vimar. Hey, look at those hilly troops. Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago?
In the New World, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun. At last, such was the price.
Did you hear that? What was that? It sounded so gentle. Oh, this is weird. Looks like the same thing is happening over here.
You see, we're both still here. We've reclaimed an endless amount of time to release your tears.
Over there. It looks like they're sleeping.
In the end, sleep well, Father. When you awake.
It almost sounds like a poem or... Well, now that let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to... Grandpa Medea, is everyone all right? The Abyss Order...
The Abyss Order? Thank you for your concern.
Well, that's good. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across an...
Someone's gone.
Huh? Well, you know, the young guy from Vimara Village. The one you... That's kind of the whole reason we're here, actually.
Ah, I do apologize, you two. At least right now.
But how is that? Something's definitely not right. We just talked to Grandpa Ahmed. What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased again? You're right.
Someone's gone missing?
Just as expected. That guy you said a bunch of nice things about, he's around 20 years old, and you said he was a kind...
Oh, I know who you're...
Really? You...
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. Then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But why'd you say... Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too.
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him. And apparently he just saw... Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we've somehow...
Just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? If we really did travel back to a time before he disappeared, that could explain why the villagers said he hadn't gone missing. If this person only exists in people's memories, maybe we're in someone's memory
Right! Paimon totally forgot about the ley line disturbances. We're in someone else's memory, just like how you entered. That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went. Right. If he's someone who only exists in people's But didn't Bayron just say that he saw him? Who knows how long this ley line is? Good idea! We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to... Right! That! Can we try to figure out more about him? Like, does it maybe leave a...
All the memories seem to be set in or near Vimara village. But I'm still not sure if they're restricted to this location. If time was allowed to pass within the false memories, there's a higher chance they might conflict with someone's original recollection. There's a difference between memories that arise from lived experiences and those that are implanted into the mind. Maybe not.
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That must mean that's the tell of the fake memories! The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular... If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would like there could be over... That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a specific moment in time, right?
The color of the sky.
Oh, right! That's exactly...
Come to think of it, every time we talked, time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like...
Yep, that has to be it! This is definitely... Yeah, that's...
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. It's okay if you don't.
Oh, I think you're an incredible... You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
Oh, right! This version of it...
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot. So...
Another time, huh? Yeah.
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
Born into abject sorrow, you're... Kari Bear Alberic.
Oh. You know me? Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your siblings... This is Atosa's memory. I came here to say goodbye to her. But I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come. I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real... it's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part. Extreme sorrow and pain. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the loom of... But despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the loom of fate. I was merely used as a means for its construction. In truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion. The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left. As for your question, the Loom of Fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines. In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But, as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger, and once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower-level ability to influence memory, but it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world. Yes, I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life. Ah, that. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry. I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world. As if... Why would I do something... But I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa. What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. I was curious, so I selfishly, even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. I know it sounds stupid. After all, any chance at living with even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version of what I would look like if I had the chance to grow up. I know. But there's nothing I can do. If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with... I know. Captain Dainsleif. Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the Loom of Fate has already been completed. No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time. His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety. That's right, because in his mind, he had... Before you two entered that false location.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you. But Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet, in the face of everything. In any case, you remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic, after he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form. I suffered. To comfort me, my father told me a story. That this was a fairy tale world. That story managed to dispel my fears. My goal was simple. To use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form. When it's to implant a specific memory into the in that memory, I would tell them a story. I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist. All that's left of... But now...
Looks like I was too late to see Caribert one last time. Caribert's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too. Well, the chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to... That battle earlier was tough. The one against Dane. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to... Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Loom of Fate, huh? Before the heavenly principles awaken. Yes. For 500 years now. Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine... Such a flagrant disregard for the rules. And still Celestia took no action. However, the heavenly principles will awaken. You could say that. Just look at Caribert. He was so pure, and even as a hilichurl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist? Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the heavenly principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words. Lumine?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you. But there's just one thing. Why? Why?
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember? A long time ago, when you told me. You wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me? Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean?
I miss you too, Lumine. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes. Let alone my own sister.
What's going on?
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our ability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Kari Bear gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here. Everything in this space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now?
Still so sleepy. Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that Oh, and Dane came by just now. He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were all right and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for ya. Let's think for a sec. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon doesn't remember. Wait. Really? Well, what happened after that?
Ah, there you are.
Bayram? You sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. Wasn't anything good or bad, I'd say. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right, so there we were. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside the village. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Oh, and we also remembered his name, Kari Bear. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner. Well, I hope he's happy.
Seems like everyone thinks Kari Bear left the village. That's probably for the best. At least they have... Paimon wonders how... Paimon didn't see her in the...
Oh, it's you two. I was part of the search party, so honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important. It's funny. I guess it does. I'm just happy I got to meet. Okay, I was dumped, wasn't I? Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye? It's just like Kari Bear said. It's the thing, and if he has a heart, maybe he'll come anyway. Thanks.
Well, that should be it,